Values are like fingerprints. No one's are the same, but you leave them all over everything that you do. I read that on Google, by the way. I didn't come up with that. Blessings, Your Royal Highness. It is so good to have you back here for How to Improve Your Mental Health, Part 15. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about values. Before we get started on the core values of an urban hippie, hit that like button. And if you're new here, please subscribe and join the community. Big love to all the existing subscribers, sending you so many blessings. Why are values important to mental health? In the quote at the beginning of the video, I said, you leave your values all over everything that you do. And surely your mental health is affected by everything that you do. That's why your set of values, the set of principles by which you live your life by, that's why they're so important to mental health. But I feel like if you live by a set of values, you've got a better chance of maintaining positive mental health. Most of us have had some kind of values instilled into us since we were young, particularly through your religion and your school and your upbringing. You've always got values instilled in you. We know the difference between right and wrong, but somewhere along the way, as society evolves, over the years I've been alive, things have changed so much. What was once cool to do is no longer cool to do anymore, and that's why you need a set of values to live by. Sometimes you're going to need to make decisions, and sometimes you're going to need to know the difference between right and wrong, and sometimes you're going to need that little guidance in your own head. I think your values should be based on what your intuition is. Your values should be based around how you see the world. I've wanted to make this video for ages because I've had these core values on my OneApp website for ages. I'm going to take you there now in a second. That's oneapp.tv. I'm going to take you over there right now. So here we are at oneapp.tv. If you have a look, these are the core values of an urban hippie. These are 6 values which I like to live by. So in no particular order, I'm going to start with moral compass. To me, moral compass is basically about doing the right thing. Gary Vee used to say, doing the right thing is always the right thing. And I completely concur with that. And I think that's a great value to live by. I said earlier in this video, we all know the difference between right and wrong. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is doing the right thing, even when it's detrimental to us. That's the hard one. And that's the dilemma some people are faced with. And sometimes, you know, I've been guilty of it myself. I've done the wrong thing all my life. And now I'm learning how good doing the right thing feels. Stress levels are a lot less, for one. If you just do the right thing and you know you're doing the right thing, then you're halfway right. Just in summary of this, I can't phrase it any better than Gary Vee phrased it. Doing the right thing is always the right thing. Full stop. That's why moral compass is the first of the core values that I'm talking about. The second one is self-love. I call it self-love in a hopeless place. I tell you why, because life is hard for so many of us across the world. Wherever you're watching, shout out to you. Loads of us are facing struggles every day. Loads of us have got turbulent lives, and loads of us have had loads of trauma and things going on in our lives. That's why life is a hopeless place. If we can find self-love, that is the foundation for positive mental health. Self-love is a daily practice, and through that daily practice of looking after yourself and putting your interests first and being kind to yourself and forgiving yourself and just generally taking care of your mind, body and soul, taking care of your mind, body and soul. When you do that, you're giving the universe the best possible version of yourself, and it all starts with self-love. So if you want to improve your mental health, if you want to improve your life, if you want to improve your career, if you want to improve anything in your life, it all starts with self-love. I think self-love is a great value to live by. One of the best aspects of self-love for me is personal development. And I think personal development has to be a value. That's why self-love is the second core value of an urban hippie. The third one is big love to everyone. So we're talking about self-love and loving ourselves. Now we're talking about loving everybody wholeheartedly. This is all about not having prejudice, not being discriminatory towards anybody. Obviously, you know how much I hate racism because I've suffered from it. You know how much I'm not a fan of any kind of discrimination. I'm pro human beings, I'm pro life, I'm pro people, and I'm pro love, and I'm pro blessings. And I'm just so surprised that we still live in a society and we still live in a world which discriminates. We still live in a world where classes exist. We still live in a world with poverty. My point with this is I just like to send out love and blessings to everyone. I just like to send love and blessings out to the universe. And that's what this is all about, big love to everyone. We don't tolerate discrimination of any form. And that's why big love to everyone is the third of the core values of an urban hippie. The fourth one that I'm going to look at is called change the world. Now, change the world is, we've been talking about having self-love and big love, and then changing the world. If you practice self-love and look after yourself, and then you send love and blessings to the world, the effect on the world will be positive. And also, if you look at the other core value, when we said we're doing the right thing, we're doing the right thing, and so the universe knows our intentions are pure, and that's why the world will be in a better place as a result of our core values. Have you ever heard of the positive feedback cycle? There's a positive feedback loop. Basically, when you're positive, you emit positivity to other people. They then take that positivity and pass it on to other people, and it goes out into the world, and then eventually it comes back onto you. That's the positivity loop. And bear in mind, that also works with the negativity loop. So we want to avoid that side and just try and spread love and blessings, because the world needs the positivity, and we have the power to change the world. I always say this: we don't have the power to change the world. In a world ruled only by money and greed, let's be a community that makes a difference to each other. We can change the world for you, we can change the world for me, for our kids. We can just change it for each other. We can't change the world because money rules everything, but real happiness is found in giving each other encouragement, support, and doing as much as we possibly can for each other. So that's about doing good things, change the world, try and make a positive impact on the world. If we all look in the mirror and say, what do we do for others? I'm sure we could all say we could do some more. And that's what that's about, giving to the world. The next core value of an urban hippie is action leaders. Action leaders is the core value that I live by, because for me, an urban hippie should lead from the front. It should be someone that wants to lead by example, and I'm fascinated by leadership. I want to try and always be the best leader in every situation that I possibly can. As somebody in my career who's been involved with leadership, I always wanted to create more leaders. A good leader creates more leaders. The world needs more people to take action, and that's what this is all about. I'm not the sort of person that's just words. I'll never just be words. I back everything I say up with actions. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it, and that's what this is all about. We say what we will do, and we do what we said we would do, and we're happy to be of service for others. This is especially important for parents, I think, action leaders, because we're raising the next generation, and wouldn't it be awesome if we could raise some really cool leaders that can lead our communities, because who knows what comes of the world. Imagine a dystopian future. Imagine that. Now try and raise your kids according to good values and good principles, and make sure that they're ready to lead from the front. And let's guide them to be able to lead their own lives from the front. And finally, I've mentioned this core value before in a recent video, celebrate life. This to me is such an important one, because I see so many people that are not celebrating their lives. They're just going about their lives, and it's just turned into like a routine, and they're feeling stuck. This is all about making memories and having experiences. Celebrating life is all about going to that concert, going to go and see the F1, go and watch that football match with your friends. Take time out to do things that you enjoy. Take time out to socialize. Take time out to do things that make your soul happy. Celebrate life. The older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing just how short life is. The days seem to fly by. While you can seize the moment and just do the things that you enjoy doing. And that's the final core value, and these are our 6 core values of an urban hippie. At this moment in time, those are the values by which I'm living by, and I'm trying to teach those same values to my son through my actions and through my words. These core values have helped me a lot, because they've given me a guideline a lot of times when I've been making decisions recently. Lately, when I'm ever put in an awkward situation or I have to have a difficult conversation, I've been applying these values. They've helped me calm down, they've helped me be a lot more diplomatic. You just look at things from a different light. These core values have actually helped me rationalize the way that trolls behave. These core values have helped me a lot. I think these core values are quite self-explanatory. I don't think they're open to like interpretation. They're very liberal guidelines, not very hands-on. Like I said, I don't like being inside a box. I definitely don't like being pigeonholed into something. And that's why I love this spiritual journey, this healing journey. And that's why these are the values that I'm choosing to live the rest of my life by. And I hope that if you like them, then you would apply them too. And if they do make sense, drop me a DM and let me know what you thought of them. So there you have it, Your Royal Highness. These are the values that an urban hippie like me likes to live by. And if you're an urban hippie too, then I hope you're able to put these values into your everyday lives. Big love and blessings to you. I'll be back tomorrow. We all need a positive